So, um, something I was just thinking about was if you have an infinite loop, and well, if you have an infinite loop, I don't really know, or I don't really think that it has to have a beginning. But what I was thinking is if it doesn't have a beginning, could it still, like, theoretically have an end? Like, imagine you have just a dice rolling, and like if it rolls 4, 5, or 6, then you roll it again. But if it rolls 1, 2, or 3, then you stop rolling. Could it have been rolling forever up to this point? Could it just keep rolling forever and be both at the same time? Like, do you have to isolate an instance? Does it even really happen? Like, could it have just always been rolling up until this point and just never been getting a 1, 2, or 3 or whatever? It's a very strange situation. And another point that I sort of bring up sometimes, it's like, is there anything that we can actually agree on? Like, everyone, all people, and by people I'm going to say humans, because it'll just get too confusing if we use animals as well. But I mean, like, I tweeted this when I thought of it, which is a long time ago, and people were like, "We all die," but that's not true, because not everyone has died. Only people who have died, and we don't know what happens to them, so how can we say they've really died? And, you know, it's very possible that somebody could be immortal. Like, in ethics, we're talking about the ethical issues of genetic modification, and it's possible that our mortality is somewhere within our DNA. So it could be possible to, maybe make somebody who's immortal and just put them in a situation where they don't die, they're never malnourished or whatever. And also, we can't all agree that we've been born, because it's very unusual for people to be able to remember that. So all we have to rely on is what people have told us, and how do we know they're not lying? It's very strange. It's kind of like the whole "do we all see different colours" things? That way we've got no real way of proving it. But I have an argument against that, is that some colours clash with other colours, and that's pretty universally recognised, and some things are hard to read for almost everyone. Like, if you are reading a light grey on white, it's quite difficult, and if you read a white on black and you look at something else, it can sort of hurt your eyes for a while. But if colours were different for everyone, then different colours would clash for different people. And although this is true to a certain extent, it doesn't really work. And so I have issues with that, just from a logical perspective and not necessarily a scientific one, because supposedly there's different numbers of, like, cones and stuff in everyone's eyes. But so I've made this, and this is a philosophical room tour. But I haven't really made a video for a while, even a shelves video, like, properly. And I don't really know what I'm doing at the minute. I'm revising like an hour each day. I've got a test in like 8 days. Wow. And it should be fine, I think. But I haven't really been doing anything, and I haven't been going outside. Really, I've been on small walks, but I don't feel like this village really wants me to be here, and I'm having trying to discover my spirituality and stuff like that. And so I'm just not really leaving, and I'm frying a lot of things for whatever reason. But I'm not even writing either, because I'm like, oh, I should probably wait till I've finished my exams, but I could be writing. I'm just not. So yes, that is what is happening now. I haven't made a proper YouTube video in a while. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't think the dilettantes is a thing anymore either, so who knows. But yes, goodbye.